this is Kui back here with another tutorial. Today we're going to be doing some small knotless braids. So to start out, we're going to be starting out on blow dried hair. I did it the day before because I just didn't feel like doing it all in the same day. So to match my hair in the back, I went ahead and ordered some green hair off Amazon. I'm going to list all the products below. And I went ahead and parted the middle. Why? I don't know. Still to this day, I don't know. But go ahead and part it ear to ear, and I separated each part into 4 sections. Now in the back, as you can see, I went ahead and ignored the middle part. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with a small section. Now this is extremely hard, y'all. The parting is probably what took me the absolute longest, and the back still didn't come out how I wanted it to. But I parted it into 4 sections in the back, and I went ahead and applied some of the shine and jam. And I'm gonna list that below too, just so I can get the parts a little straight. So after I applied the shine and jam to each 4 sections, I went ahead and braided a few braids. Again, I have not braided my hair in months, so it's gonna take a couple tries for me to get it right. So what I do is section it into 3 sections or 3 pieces. Now after you do the 3 pieces, you do 1 and add hair. Add a small piece of hair. I'm trying to explain this the best way that I can. And then you go ahead and twist it again, and you add another piece. Now I added about 6 pieces total. Remember to keep the pieces small because the braid is gonna get bigger towards the end. But since my hair is thick, sometimes like I use less or I use more. You kind of have to learn how to gauge it for your head. Alright, so make sure you're doing like a brick lay parting so you guys don't have like the gaps in between. I kind of messed up in the middle, as you guys will see more towards the end of the video where I messed up at. But make sure you're adding in the same amount of hair in each section, or else the braid will come out a little bit funky. But I'm gonna go ahead until I get to the top and part it there. Now you're gonna start connecting the front towards the back. Sorry, my baby right here. So you're gonna start connecting the front to the back, and make sure, I mean, the parts, make it as perfect as you can. My parts are better on my clients versus my own head because I didn't have a lot of space to work with. So yeah, on myself I can never get my parts right, but on clients I can get it right. But on myself, as you can see, that is so difficult. But I went ahead and finished the back, and the next day, yes, the next day, I was so tired. I went ahead and finished the back and the front, and you see where I could have did maybe 2 sections versus the 1 section that I did in the middle. Just make sure you pay attention to that because I did not. Alright, I went ahead and finished some of the front rows just so you guys won't have like a super long video. So I'm on my last braid and I took out some of my adult hairs, girl, because I don't have baby hairs. So I took out some of my adult hairs, sectioned off that part into 3 sections, or 3 pieces I should say, do 1 twist and add in a small piece of hair. Twist again and add in a second piece of hair. And then in front I added in about 4 pieces. So again, just keep making sure you're looking at all 3 pieces and the thickness of each one. If the thickness is about the same, go ahead and continue to braid without adding more hair. Now towards the ends, make sure you're putting some of the shiny jam on there just so your hair can blend in well with the braiding hair, and also it'll just lay better towards the end. As you can see, my hair is still pretty much going. Alright ladies, so how I apply the beads is pretty simple. I use these bead tools. You guys seen these before when we were kids. All the black girls have. But we basically apply the beads all the way up to the braids just so it can hold it in place. And I do this to each of the braids before I go ahead and put the rubber band on the ends and cut it out. Now girl, my adult hairs was not acting right. It was not acting right. So I went ahead and did it off camera and applied some hair mousse. I used Lotta Body's hair mousse. It's my favorite hair mousse ever. I'm going to list it all below, but I'll go ahead and I'll place that on the baby hairs, adult hairs, girl. Let's just be real here. Adult hairs, just so it can hold it in place, and put my scarf around all of it, and then it just gets my edges laid down for the rest of the day. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, it's cool. But yeah, as you guys can see, this is the end results. See you guys later in the next video.